Hello kids, hello viewers, welcome to Vistaslearning. My name is Athulya, your EVS tutor for grade 5. In today's session, we will be learning our second chapter from EVS book, that is My Family. Okay, so in this lesson, we will learn all about family. How do we define family? What are the different types of family? And how we will draw a family tree. And in the end, we will do a very small activity from this lesson. Okay, so now let's get started. Yes. So the first topic that we have to learn is what is a family? How do we define family? So what is a family? Family is defined as a group of people, okay? And that group will consist parents, grandparents, children, aunt, uncle, cousins, etc. So all of them together form a group and we call that group as a family. So this is how we define family. So family is nothing but a group of people which consists of grandparents, parents, uncle, aunt, cousins and all other children. Okay. Now, the next one is family tree. Now we have to know what is a family tree and how do we draw a family tree. So family tree is a pictorial representation of a family. So all of us have a family and we can represent our family in a tree structure form. And if we do that, it is known as a family tree. So as we all know that a tree will be having different branches, fruits, flowers, leaves, etc. So what we are doing, we are considering our family as a tree and there will be lots of branches that is different families and all the family members and we will look these family members as fruits on a tree or a leaf on a tree. So that is how we will create a family tree. So family tree is simply a pictorial representation of our family. Okay, we can either call it as a chart or a pictorial representation of our family. And in that, we will represent our family members as fruits on the tree or flowers on the tree. So that is what a family tree means. So now we have to know how do we place these family members on the tree. So we have to place family members on the tree according to a rule. So what is that rule? On the top of the tree, we have to place our older generations. Okay. For example, our grandparents. If grandparents are there in a family, they will be the older generation, right? So we have to place them on the top. Below that, we have to place the next generation. And below that, the next generation. And finally, in the bottom, we have to place the new generation, that is generation of kids. So this is how we have to place our family members on the tree. So it is a descending order form, right? On the very top, we will be placing our older generations, then come the next generation, then the other, and finally in the bottom, we will be placing the kids. Okay, so this is how we will be placing family members on the tree. Got it? And by looking at the family tree, we can easily identify who all are the members in the family, what kind of family is that, how many generations are there, and what are the relationships. Okay? So now listen, children, I'll give you one example. So look here, this is the family tree of a girl named Lucy. So here you can see Lucy, right? The yellow colored hair. Okay? So that is Lucy. So she have drawn her family as a family tree. So by looking at her family tree, we can easily identify how many members are there in her family, who all are there, what is their relationship, and how many generations are there in her family. Okay. So look, the very first generation, okay, that is on the top we have her grandparents. So earlier itself, I told you that On the top, we will be placing the older generation, right? So in her family, the older generation is her grandpa and grandma. So they are placed on the top. Below that, she have placed her parents and her uncle and aunt. So this uncle and aunt and her parents will be of same age group, right? There will be small differences, but still they will be of same age group. So she have placed them on the same generation. Yes. And as you can see, that is a branch actually, right? There is two families coming up. One is her parents and the other one is her uncle and aunt. So both of them are having a different family, but altogether they belong to one single family. So that is the idea of branches, right? Within the same family, there will be different families. Now, dad and mom, under that they have the newest generation, kids, right? So who all are there? Lucy is there, her brother is there, and her sister. So these are the kids of their parents. So that is the newer generation. Now look, uncle and aunt, they are also having kids, a boy and a girl. They are Lucy's cousins. So she named it as cousin. Okay. So this is the family of Lucy. So who all are there in Lucy's family? Grandparents are there, parents, uncle, aunt, brother and sister, and cousins. So they all together live in a family. And this is Lucy's family tree. Okay. So in this family, there are two families, right? One is of Lucy, that is her parents and her brother, sister. And the second one is her uncle and aunt and their kids. So two families within a family. So this is the family tree of Lucy. Now, yes. Now we have to draw our own family tree. Okay, so I told you that I'll give you one small activity, right? For that, this will be helpful. So we have to use certain signs to represent our family members in a family tree. So what Lucy did is she used the pictures, right? But here we will be using certain signs to represent our family members and their relationships. Okay. So first we will learn about signs. So look here children, there are only two signs, okay? One square and one circle. With these two signs, we will represent all our family members. So let's see how do we represent. So the first one is a square. So square always represent male. Okay, so what is male? Male means a boy, your father, your grandfather, your uncle, all those will belong to the category of male. Okay, simply the adult of a boy. Okay, the boy when he grows up, we call it as a male. That's it. Yes. And what is a female? Same way, just opposite. When a girl grows into an adult, we call it as a female. So who all will come in that category of female? A girl will be there, your aunt, your mother, your grandma, and if your cousin, if she's a girl, she will also belong to the category of female. Okay. So how do we represent male? With a square. And how do we represent a female? With a circle. So whenever we see a square on the family tree, that means it is a male. And whenever we see a circle on the family tree, it means it is a female. Okay. Now look the third one, husband and wife. So parents, they are husband and wife. Uncle and aunt, they are parents, husband and wife. Grandparents, they are also husband and wife. So how do we represent husband and wife? Husband means is a male. Wife means it's a female. So we need both square and circle. So we'll use a square and a circle and we'll join them using a straight line. So as you can see, this is how we will represent husband and wife. Okay. So if it is wife comes first, that is if I have written wife and husband, so which sign I have to use first? It is the circle. Okay. So if I use first the square one, then it is husband and circle next, then it is wife. If I use circle first, then it is wife and then the square, that means husband. So wife and husband. So whatever sign comes first, it will be written as first. So if it is a square, husband. If it is a circle, then it is wife. Okay. Now the next one is children born to father and mother. So how we'll represent children? Same way, first we need parents, right? So husband and wife. That means a square and a circle connected through a straight line. Now we'll draw a branch to it. Okay, so there comes the children. If it is a boy and a girl, we'll be using both the signs square as well as circle. If both the kids are boys, then we'll use a square, again a square. If both the kids are girls, then we'll be using two circles. Okay. In this itself, if the square box is drawn first, that means the first child is a boy. So it is an elder boy, okay, elder brother. We call it as elder brother. If it is a girl who comes first, that is the first child is a girl, then we have to draw circle in the first place. That means elder sister. Okay. So that is how we will identify whether it is an elder child or a younger child. Whoever comes first will be elder and whoever comes second will be younger. Okay. So these are the signs which we use in the family tree. Now, so with this signs, we will identify the relationship. Already I have explained all these relationship, but still we will redo. Okay. So first one is husband and wife, right? So earlier we wrote square first and then circle. And we read it at husband and wife. Now look here children, first it is circle. Then comes the square. That means we have to write wife and husband. Okay, now the point is clear. First, the square box means it is husband and wife. If it is circle that comes first, then it is wife and husband. Okay. Now the second one is elder sister and younger brother. As I told you before, the sign which comes first will be the elder child and the sign which comes second will be the younger child. So look here, there is a branch coming. So by that branch itself, we can identify they are children. And the first sign is a circle. Circle means female or we can call it as a girl child. So it comes first. That means it is elder child. So we'll call it as elder sister. Now the second one is a square. Square means male or we can call it as a boy. It comes second. So that means younger brother. Okay. Now the third one. Look, there are two circles connected with a branch. That means it is a mother and daughter. Okay, it is a mother and daughter. So the first child will, the first circle will be mother. From her, a small branch came, again a circle. That means her daughter. So both the circles, mother and daughter. Now look the fourth one, same way, father and daughter, right? There is a square box. From there, a small branch came, then a circle. That means that square box represents father and that circle will represent the daughter. So that is father and daughter. Same way we can draw mother's son as well as father's son. If it is mother's son, then there will be a circle, a small branch and a square box, right? And if it is father's son, both the signs will be square and it will be joined using a branch, right? Now look the fifth one. Again a branch is coming and two signs, right? Both are square. Both are square means both the children are boys. Okay, so elder brother and younger brother. Look the sixth one. Again a branch, two circles, right? That means both the kids are girls. So elder sister and younger sister. Okay, so this is what sign and relationship means. Okay, so whenever there is a branch, it will be children, right? If we represent grandparents and a branch, that means children of that grandparents, that is our parents, right? Okay, so this is how a sign and relationship will work. Now, the next we have to learn is generation. So, as I told you, from family tree, we can easily identify how many generations are there in that family. So, again, I have taken the example of Lucy. So, let's see how many generations are there in Lucy's family. Okay. So, the first one is grandpa and grandma. So, they form the first generation. Okay. After that, there is a branch, right? Two families are coming, dad and mom, uncle and aunt. These four people are around same age group, right? Not correct, but same age group. Okay, so that same age group means they will be of same generation. So we take it. Okay, so the first generation is grandparents, the second generation is dad and mom and uncle and aunt. Why? Because these four people, that is dad, mom, uncle and aunt, will be of same age group, so we will take it as one generation. Okay, then comes the children, right? Dad and mom is having Lucy, a brother and a sister. Uncle and aunt is having two kids. So these kids will be of same age group, right? So we take it as the third generation, the newest generations. So how many generations are there in the family of Lucy? There are three generations. The first generation is of grandparents, the second generation is of parents, uncle and aunt, and the third generation is of kids. Okay, so this is how we will identify how many generations are there in a family and who all are they. Okay, yes. Now, the next topic which we have to learn in this lesson is types of family. So we should know how many types of families are there. There are basically two types of families, nuclear family and joint family. So what is nuclear family? Nuclear family means a small family which is consisting only two generations. That is one generation of parents and one generation of kids. So these two generations will together form a small family and that family is known as nuclear family. So as you can see in the picture, there is father, mother and their three kids, right? Only two generations are there. Father and mother will form the first generation and the kids will form the second generations. So this is a small family and such a small family is known as nuclear family. Okay. Then what will be a joint family? Just opposite, right? There will be more than two generations. Grandparents will be there, parents will be there, uncle, aunt will be there, cousins, children, many more. So a family which consists of more than two generations is known as a joint family and they all should live in one single house. Then we'll consider it as a joint family. Okay, all should live in one house. So then we'll consider them as a joint family. So in this picture, you can see grandparents are there, uncle, aunt, parents, kids, cousins, everyone are there, right? So this forms a joint family. So what does it mean by a joint family? A family that consists of more than two generations and they will be living together in the same house. Okay, so that is what a joint family means. So two types of families, joint family and nuclear family. Okay, now we have to compare these two families. So this comparison doesn't mean that nuclear family is bad and joint family is good. There is nothing like that. But still we will compare some factors that is affecting these two joint families. Maybe negatively or maybe positively. Just a small comparison, okay? It doesn't mean that this family is good and this family is bad. Nothing like that, but still we'll do a very small comparison between these two families. So let's see. Nuclear family. It's a small family and joint family is a big family that we have already understood, right? Nuclear family will be having two generations, that is parents and kids. So it's a small family. Joint family means there will be more than two generations. Grandparents will be there, uncle, aunt will be there, parents, kids, everyone will be there. So it's a big family, right? Now, nuclear family will be having parents and their children. We told that joint family will be having grandparents, parents, children, uncle, aunt, cousins, everyone will be there, right? Now, nuclear family, one or both parents have the responsibility to earn an income. So nuclear family means only parents are there, right? As adults. So in order to run the family, who have to get an income? Maybe both or a single parent, right? Either the father has to go out for work or mother has to go out for work or both of them. So that is how they will live, right? They need money for income means money. Okay, so we need money to live. So in nuclear family, sometimes both the parents have to go out for work or sometimes father or mother. Okay. But what is the case of joint family? In joint family, there are many adults, right? Grandparents are there, parents are there, uncle, aunt are there. So any one of them or any two can go out for work or all of them can go out for work. So that means that income problem is not there because they will share the money, right? They will be sharing the responsibilities. So a single child or a single parent should not be responsible for all the income. They can share it. So either uncle and father can go out for work or grandfather can go out work or both the parents can go out work. It's their wish, right? But that responsibility to earn an income will be shouldered joint. So that is what joint family. Yes. In nuclear family, the next point is children may not spend a lot of time with adults at home, especially if both parents are working. So that is, if both the parents are going out for work, these children will be getting very less time to spend time with parents or adults, right? But in case of joint family, even though both the parents are out for work, there are many other people to take care of the children. So that is the difference between a family and joint. In nuclear family, children will be getting less time to spend their time with parents, right? But in joint family, there are many other adults to take care of the child, even though their parents are out for work. So this is how we'll compare nuclear family and joint family. Okay. So it doesn't mean that nuclear family, joint family is better than nuclear family. Nothing like that. But still a very small comparison between these two families. Okay. So nuclear family will be a small family and joint family will be a big family. So that is how comparison is. Now yes. So I told you that in the end of the session, we'll be doing a small activity, right? So this is the activity for you. So what is that? Make your own family tree and find out the type of your family. So here I gave you the example of Lucy. So same way, what you have to do, you have to draw your family tree and try to understand whether your family is a nuclear family or a joint family. Okay. So either you can use pictures or you can use the signs which we learned. Okay. So using pictures or signs, you have to create your own family tree and find out how many generations are there in your family, who are your family members, what are their relationships, and how do they all work. Okay, so this is the activity for you to draw a family tree. So with this, we have completed our chapter 2 family. So in the next session, we will learn another new chapter from our science book. Okay. So until then, you stay connected with Vistas Learning. Like, share and comment our channel and subscribe our channel for more educational videos. Okay, children. So we'll meet in the next session very soon.